Tonight, it's Hammonton coming in to face the Fighting Clan. Hammonton coming in at 3-1. They dropped their first game. They've won 3 in a row since then. And the Blue Devils got a late start this season. They didn't practice till January 19th when most schools started on the 11th, and they had no scrimmages. The reason is because they were having remote school. They wanted to wait till the kids came back into the school before they actually started practice, so they were a little bit behind the 8 ball. They didn't have any scrimmages, but they started out 3-1, which is not bad.
Right, and it's no shame losing your first game to St. Joe's of Hammonton, is ranked number 1 around here. So that, but then to reel off three in a row, and you have Vineland, which started off 2-0, and then they ran into the rodeos, and now they are 2-2. But this should be an entertaining game, Tony, I think. And, when I was looking up Hammonton there, the thing that I noticed more than anything was diverse scoring. Like, you had 5, 6 guys, score. One game you had one guy with 19, another guy with 10, 8, 7. So they share the ball, it seems, there. And that's something that you look forward to, if you're a coach. That you don't have guys that are just dominating out there and look to take every shot. So, I think that's going to be good. So we'll see how Vineland does. We know that they're going to trap. I mean, you're going to read off what they're going to do, but we already know they're going to try to trap you in the half court. But one of the things that we noticed on the ride up was they're missing a couple key players.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at Hammonton first. As I mentioned, they got off to a 3-1 start. And what they're going to try to do on offense is get out and run when they can. That's not their main modus of operation, but they're going to try to do it when they can. In the half court, they're looking to have good spacing with 4 out and 1 in, and my partner will tell you what that means in just a minute. Run motion and drive and kick. Also, they'd like to do that. They want to run some sets for their guards and give them screens on the wings to get open. They want to get as many threes off as they can and be patient. And the guards, just like Harry said, have really taken turns scoring. On defense, they want to protect the rim. That's their main concern with this Vineland team because they do that very well. So they're willing to give up perimeter shots to protect the rim. They'll run a 1-3-1 and they may press at times, but they'll go to other defenses as well. The key on offense, according to Coach Joe Martino, is no turnovers. Get quality shots, attack the gaps in the defense, and be able to handle that 3-2 trapping press that Vineland puts on. Keys on defense, they must improve their weak side rebounding, which has not been good, and get back in the transition game. So he certainly knows what he wants to do, Harry, but the question is he going to be able to do all that stuff against this Vineland team? I think Vineland, of course, a little more athletic, a little more speed, and that's what they're going to have to deal with.
Well, we saw the recipe for success when St. Joe's came in. And the one way, if they have patience out there against that press and don't try to dribble through it like the first couple games we had with the teams that played Vineland, they tried to dribble through it, which resulted in turnover after turnover after turnover. But if they have their spacing, like they said, they're 4 out and 1 in, and they move the ball around without dribble, trying to penetrate, then they might have some success, and they'll get some open looks out there. But it all depends how they handle that pressure there. And as far as rebounding goes, if they run that 1-3-1, that's not the greatest defense for weak side rebounding. So. And Vineland, Tony, will go up after everything, shot after shot. So we'll have to see how that works out. But with Vineland, if they show that patience, we should have a good ball game.
6'5" junior John Andaloro is their leading scorer. Well, they are the Cumberland County Improvement Authority, your improvement authority. And they're investing in new, innovative facilities. For each dollar they invest, 4 more dollars are returned to Cumberland County. To date, this strategy has created more than $400 million for the county. They also attract new businesses to the county and help those already here to grow and create more jobs. You can also find out the latest developments in the fight against COVID-19 pandemic and what you can do to help on their website, ccia-net.com. They do it all to improve the lives of Cumberland County residents. The Cumberland County Improvement Authority, your improvement authority. Well, Vineland comes in at 2 up and 2 down, coming off 2 very tough games against 2 of the best teams in the Cape Atlantic League, and even South Jersey and St. Joseph Hammonton and St. Augustine. They played them back-to-back, but they didn't just play them back-to-back. They played a game on Friday evening, and they had a turnaround. I believe it was 12:30 on Saturday.
No, actually, it was, I think, 4 o'clock they had that game. They
4
must have
o'clock?
moved it back a little bit.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. That's more fair. But still, playing them back-to-back, it's hard enough to beat them, but playing them back-to-back, that was rough. But against this Hammonton team, they're going to use their speed and athleticism against the Blue Devils. They're going to push the ball, get out in transition. That's what they want to do. On defense, they're going to go with a 3-2 and 2-3 zone and mix it up. As you have said many times, Harry, they're not really that adept at playing the man-to-man.
No.
Justin Harper and Ja'Cory Williams are both out with injuries. Williams spraining his ankle against the Hermits on Saturday, so that's going to really limit their rebounding ability, although Ryan Williams is excellent under the boards at 6'1", but has a lot of bulk. But Ja'Cory Williams coming off the bench at 6'5", was someone who we're really starting to play well.
And yeah, absolutely. They're big losses in this game here. But with the type of offense that Vineland runs and the athletes they have, if they get out and start running against this Hammonton team, it could be a long night. But I think, if you're going to see a more disciplined team out there for Hammonton, and as far as the three-point goes, tell you what, first game that we were here, they lit it up, Vineland. They haven't done as well in the last few games, even the second game, but they can shoot the three, and they'll get hot out there, and we'll just see how they handle the different defenses that Hammonton throws at them, because really they don't like to set up. They'd rather get the rebound and run and just take an open shot. They're not the most patient team in their half-court sets. They have shooters that will put it up from anywhere on the floor that we've seen, Tony. And if they get hot from there, then you have to look out.
Ymir Diggs is their leading scorer, 5'9" junior, but he really directs the show, and he's effective in getting other people involved in the offense as well.
He's extremely unselfish, even passing up some good shots like he did in the first game. And, that's what I like about, him the best, is he's willing to give other players, a shot. And even though he can score, he's not shoot first. He's pass first and help his team wherever he can to get some good shots.
Well, do you have all the insurance you need? Insuring those possessions that are important to you will give you peace of mind. Beyond the Insurance has been serving the community since 1973. Come in and visit their friendly staff at 525 East Elmer Street in Vineland. They can take care of all your insurance needs. It just takes a telephone call to put the knowledgeable agents at Beyond the Insurance to work for you. Whether it's coverage for your home, auto, business, or more. Phone George Castellini and the professionals at the Beyond the Insurance Agency, 856-696-0700. At the end of the day, you will be glad you did. Taking a look at the West Conference, where both Hammonton and Vineland reside in this crazy COVID-19 lineup, or I should say conference setup. Of course, they did it based on mostly geographic locations to try to keep the traveling between these high schools as limited as possible.
Don't ask me if I like it.
I won't ask you. Given the fact that you said don't ask you, I think we know what the answer is, Harry.
Yeah.
But St. Joe's on top with a 4-0 record. Hammonton second place at 3-1. St. Augustine Prep is 3-1 overall, 2-1 in the conference. And you have Bridgeton 1-1, Vineland sitting at 2-2, Buna 0-3, and Millville also at 0-3. So other than St. Joe's, Harry, I mean, the conference is pretty much wide open.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, they haven't played the prep yet, Hammonton, which is going to be another, a tough game for them. But, Hammonton's usually noted more for their football than their basketball. So it's nice to see them, start off with a 3-1 start there and, maybe come out of the pack there to surprise some people.
Of course, taking a look at Vineland, they've got Millville coming up on Thursday, and on Saturday they've got Bridgeton, both very winnable games. But then remember, they also have to play St. Augustine again. That time it'll be here on the 20th, and they play St. Joe's again here. Second time that it's here because St. Joe's plays all their games on the road this season. So 2 more very tough games, but hey, look, you got the schedule, you got to face the teams that are on the schedule, and they hopefully will have learned from the first time around against both those teams.
Right. And that's something that, you love to have a second shot at everybody there when you played them once and see what you can do second time around if you have suffered a defeat against them. But right now, I think we can flip a coin in this game here. And I hope that it's going to be a good, exciting game, and we'll have some closeness to this. Of course, Hammonton's, all the games that they've had have been fairly close. They had a 1-point win over Bridgeton, had a comfortable one against Buna, and an 8-point win over Millville. So it looks like we're getting ready for the national anthem. So we need to stand up.
Absolutely. Don't forget, coming up on Saturday, Vineland will be hosting Bridgeton. And you can hear it right here at WMVB. And also, of course, live streaming as well. Now we'll have the introductions of players for both teams. Starting for the Hammonton Blue Devils will be John Andoloro, their 6'5 junior. Owen Moriello, a 5'9 senior. Tyler Lowe, a 6'1 sophomore. Jerron Hill, a 6'2 junior. And Gavin West, a 6-foot sophomore. For the Fighting Clan of Vineland, they will start their point guard, Ymir Diggs, a 5'9 junior. Antonio Gill, a 5'9 senior. Asmir Cates, 6'1 sophomore. Julius Holmes, a 6-foot senior. And Ryan Williams, a 6'1 senior.
And Ryan Williams usually comes off the bench, Tony. So, and he's had some issues with foul trouble the last game. So now that he's starting, we'll see, how that plays out a little bit. Because one thing about Ryan is he is aggressive, without a doubt. I love the way he plays. He goes hard after everything.
Well, he makes the most of his 6'1" size because he's not just 6'1", he probably goes about 220.
Yeah.
So he's a load underneath.
Yep. And he uses that.
And not only that, we saw him use some of that strength against St. Joe's as well. If you're guarding him man on man, he can use his strength to just push you back and get to the rim.
Yes, he can.
So Hammonton has won the toss.
Sounds funny to say that. As everybody knows, we don't have any jump balls anymore.
Hill will toss it in. Comes to Moriello at center court. Returns to Hill along the left sideline. Up high goes to Andalora for the turnaround jump. It's no good, but he gets his own rebound. Now loses control. Outside flips for Hill. Deep in the left-hand corner, goes for low, looking for Andaloro, but it's poked away and taken off by Vineland. Up court to Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams right side, center court for Diggs, loose for three. Yes.
No hesitation there from Diggs. He can shoot from the parking lot, as we've seen before.
Quickly 3-0 Vineland, moving it across is Moriello. Leaves it for low, returns to Moriello right side. Moriello puts on the floor, sends right hand corner outside for Andaloro. Up high for Andaloro, he throws it away.
Well, they're not putting the ball on the floor, Tony. They are getting into Aguilera there, but that one he just threw an errant pass out of bounds.
Diggs sends along the left sideline to Cates. Snaps center court for Gill. Gill to Diggs deep in the right-hand corner. Puts on the floor, right side of the circle with a pop head fake. Tapped out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Vineland.
I saw that one a little differently than I did.
But, of course, you're wearing a blue shirt.
Right.
You're wearing a striped shirt.
Yeah, so his counts.
Moriello, left-hand corner, Andaloro outside. It goes for West. Outside for Moriello for the long-range jump. That is no good. Tapped, taken off by Cates. Cates fires up court. Cross court to Gill, driving. Kicks it out to Diggs, deep in the left-hand corner for the side jump. That is no good. Rims out. That taken by Gill, and the rebound comes off to Vineland. Moriello moves it across to West. Left-hand corner it goes for Hill. Down low for Andaloro. Drops it home with the left hand.
Yeah, beautiful setup there. Nice. He went from the high post down to the low post, grabbed the ball, and nice little layup there. That'll work every time.
Cates circling to his right, sends to Gill deep along the right sideline for the jumper. No good. Rebound to Andaloro. Outside it goes to Moriello. Moves it across, and he steps on the sideline, does he?
Well, no, I think he's saying he got pushed.
He was pushed.
Yeah, he got pushed by Diggs, who picks up his first foul. Gave him a little nudge there, Tony. Nothing bad, but it knocked him out of bounds.
Moriello cross court for Hill. He's loose for three. It's short. The rebound tapped away from Holmes out of bounds. It'll be Vineland basketball.
They're getting shots, Hammonton is, and they're moving the ball well.
Holmes with the inbound pass to Diggs. Just the start of things. Operates left side. Deals left-hand corner for Gill. Puts on the floor. Retreats now center court for Cates.
Hammonton's playing, man defense.
Center court for Gill again. Works off the pick from Williams. Now here's the pull-up that is no good off the back of the rim. Rebound is taken off by Hill. Hill moves it across. Cross-court pass for Lowe. Deep in the right-hand corner for West. He's double-teamed. Down low for Andaloro. Double-team cuts in. No good.
And
but
he gets
fouled
fouled
on the play.
I'll tell you, I like the way they're getting the ball into Aguilera down there, and they're going to give him a chance to have a big game here.
He will shoot two, the 6'5" junior for the Blue Devils.
That foul was on Holmes. His first.
First is no good, rims out. 3-2, Vineland on top. 5:21 left in the opening quarter. Here's the second. It is good. We're all tied at 3. Cates to the forecourt, operates left side. Off the pick from Gill, retreats to the left sideline. Center court, leaves it for Diggs. Diggs, veering right now, outside Cates. Long-range jump is good for 3, and this looks more like the game against Buda thus far, but certainly in the early going.
Hey, they're working the ball around there, trying to get off a little screen.
Center court, Moriello. Left-hand corner, he looks for West, but just couldn't control. Hard pass to control.
Yeah, he had 2 chances of that, none and none at all. That ball went right out of bounds.
Off the turnover, Vineland basketball.
And they're playing a man, Hammonton. They got to stop those 3-point shots is what they've got to do.
Along the left sideline, it's Cates deep in the left-hand corner for Williams. Outside for Diggs. Swings it right sideline for Gill. Down low. Here's Williams. Turns. No good on the bank attempt. It's rebounded by Andaloro. He gives off to Lowe. Lowe deep in the right-hand corner. Moriello returns to Lowe, but overshoots everything deep in the left-hand corner. Here's West. He's short. The rebound, though, goes to Lowe, but he has to take it away by Diggs. Spins away, up court for the driver, but he loses control out of bounds. That's Cates. Just a little too far for Cates to handle.
Yeah, a little bit of run and gun here, for Vineland. Got to be a little bit more careful on those passes.
6-3. Fighting Clan on top. Left side, it's Lowe. Lowe deep in the left-hand corner. Hill for the side jump. It's short. Rebound tapped up. No good. Andaloro returns to Hill with a pump fake. Now cuts in for the short jump. That is good.
Nice, took that one dribble, pulled it up with the nice jump shot.
Diggs along the left sideline for Vineland. Directing traffic. Looking to work off the pick from Williams. Veers to his right. Sends right sideline to Cates. Puts on the floor. Outside for Diggs. Long range 3. That is no good. Rebound chased down by West. Center court. Moriello. 4-3 straight away. No good. The rebound is taken off by Diggs. Diggs to the forecourt. Operates left side. Now cuts to his right. Continues the dribble. One hops to baseline to the scoop. That is no good. That one by Cates, but it was followed for 2.
Holmes got that for 2 there on a nice errant shot. It looked like a nice pass, but it really was a bad shot. He just picked off the rebound, which we sucked about is they have to rebound better, Hammonton. No second shots.
Left-hand corner, Low. He puts on the floor, but not before he takes steps.
Yeah, he definitely, when the official's that close to you, you don't want to walk, and he did.
8-5, 2:57 left. Opening quarter. Diggs moves it across. Leaves it for Cates left side. Cates puts on the floor. Cates to the free throw line for the quick release that is no good. Rebound is stolen by Vineland. Now loose on the floor. Picked up though by Moriello. Moriello speeds to the forecourt right side. Moriello continues to dribble but then has it poked away and taken off by Holmes. Holmes left side. The attempted pass for Diggs. And offensive foul.
Yeah, offensive foul. I tell you, Moriello was definitely a little out of control, coming down there. Really had nobody to pass to either. So that's the second foul there on Holmes. So they'll replace him.
Josh Bennett in the ballgame. Holmes out, but also Ryan Williams takes a seat. Up high, Andaloro. Right side, Moriello, all alone for 3, and it is good.
Yeah, nice pass into Alvarado at the high post, kicked it out, and he drained it.
Diggs, head of the key. Diggs holds the basketball, now down the lane, pulls up, jumps and hits. The short jumper, able to connect.
They can't let him get inside like that, Tony. That's a no-no there, especially when you're in man. Who was playing him? Nobody.
Hill from long range left side, no good off the back of the rim. It's poked away. It's saved by Andaloro outside. He sends for Hill, cross court for Lowe, left-hand corner. All alone West for the side jump. It is short. The rebound, Andaloro, and he banks it home.
No, absolutely They call a timeout, Vineland, and they're absolutely doing a poor job of boxing out. Enderell's getting offensive rebounds every time down.
We're all tied at 10, 136 left in the opening quarter. You can stay connected with Newfield National Bank by using one of their many remote electronic banking services, including mobile banking with check deposit, bill pay, and e-statements, along with bank by phone and a network of ATMs. Go to newfieldnationalbank.bank for more information or call 800-690-3440, extension 8801. Newfield National Bank is always there for you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
On that defense that Vineland's running, when the ball goes out to the corner, the guy from that block comes out there, and they're leaving Alderaro wide open to get off the rebound on a missed shot. Somebody's got to get in there and block him out.
Keeman Carter also in the ball game now for Vineland. Diggs down the lane. Pull-up that is no good. Rebound is stolen by Bennett. He cuts in. Now cross-court pass for Carter. Outside for Diggs for the long-range jump, and he is sizzling.
Actually, that was Gill on that one, Tony. Made that three. They're kind of the same size. Easy to mix them up.
Along the right sideline, Hammonton, who's checked in for Hammonton, to Hill. Outside for Angeloro. Inside for the reverse. It is good. That was Roeder, who's checked in for Hammonton. Nice reverse. Left-hand corner. Here's Gill for the side jump. It is too strong. And the rebound, though, is taken off by Carter. Outside for Cates. The jump is short. And the rebound, Angeloro. He releases for Roeder. Roeder to the forecourt, operates right sideline. Cut off, tapped out of bounds. And it was last touched by Roeder, so Vineland with a turnover.
They ran a little motion offense down here against that zone and got a nice shot off of it. Vineland didn't know exactly what they were in.
30 seconds remaining, opening quarter. Moving it out of the backcourt in deliberate fashion. Diggs operates left side, looking over the defense. Just continues the dribble. They're working for one, obviously. Hill comes out to meet him. Works off the pick up high from Carter. Cuts to his left. Pull up, no good. Rebound, though, sends outside for Gill, right side of the circle. The running one-hander is good. And that's it. We've played 15-12. Vineland with a 3-point lead over the visiting Blue Devils of Hammonton. The Cumberland County Improvement Authority Game of the Week is brought to you by Cumberland County Improvement Authority and Biondi Insurance. As we've played one, it's 15-12. I think both teams showing themselves off to be doing kind of what they want to do in this game.
Yeah, and absolutely, Tony. I'm telling you, I'm impressed down here with the movement that Hammonton has. They're showing good patience as far as not putting the ball on the floor. All right, they're driving and kicking out, getting some open shots. And Alderillo is just dominating on the offensive boards here, getting second shots for them. And as far as Vineland goes, they're hitting those outside shots. They're playing man, and they're just getting free, for three-pointers there, setting screens on the outside on the perimeter, and they're nailing a couple of those threes. But the one thing I'll tell you is somebody better get on Alderano because he is a monster on the boards.
Coming out in the second quarter, Williams along with Cates, Bennett, Gill, and Diggs for Hammonton. He'll bring out Roeder, Moriello, Angeloro, Hill. And also Pabon. Up high, it goes to Williams, cuts in, no good. He had position, but just couldn't finish.
Yeah, he was too far down on the baseline there.
Moriello operates right side as he moves it across. Watched by Gill, cross-court pass for Temple, who's also checked in. Outside Angeloro, the jumper that is no good.
Way short.
Rebound taken off by Williams, left side. Left-hand corner for Gill. Outside Williams, he'll let fly from deep. No good as it rims out, and the rebound is taken off by Roeder.
A long shot there for Williams. He's usually underneath to getting his shots, but he's not afraid to take that either.
Moriello center court. Throws the right sideline for Roeder. Returns to Moriello to Roeder right-hand corner. Up high, Dandoloro, and it's picked off. Loose on the floor. Picked up off the floor, but no good by Pabon, and it's rebounded by Cates. Here's Gill. Down the lane. Scoops left hand and hits.
Got to get back on defense if you're Hammonton, because Vineland is looking to run every time they get a rebound down here, kicking it out and going down. So we're going to have a timeout by Hammonton to probably address that, what I just said.
6:41 till halftime is 17-12. Vineland on top of Hammonton. Well, Johnson's Popcorn is known all over the Delaware Valley, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. They're open all year at 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 800-842-2676 or go online at johnsonspopcorn.com to place your order. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940.
It's making me hungry, Tony.
Well, it's making me think of summer.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I imagine what they talked about in that timeout was getting back on defense.
Moving it across is Moriello. Left side it goes for Temple. Temple puts on the floor. Outside he finds Roeder. To Temple. Temple deals along the right sideline to Moriello. He's double teamed, losing out of bounds, but last touched.
If you notice, Tony, they've taken off their trapping, Vineland. They're in a straight 2-3 because Hammonton was able to get the ball inside. So they're taking off that trap. They're probably going to spring it any time.
So here's Hill, left side, to the right baseline to Temple. Left-hand corner, he finds Roeder. A high arcing shot that's no good for three, rebounded by Ryan Williams. Gives off to Diggs. Diggs switching hands on the dribble with a step down the lane. Forced shot, no good, and the rebound comes off to Roeder. Roeder ahead right side for Hill. Hill continues the dribble, center court for Temple. Returns to Hill. Holding the basketball. Now puts on the floor, center court, Moriello, left side for Temple. Temple puts on the floor, now outside. The long-range jumper is good for Hill.
They needed that.
Three-pointer. Cutting in is Cates, looking to let fly, but Andaloro had other ideas and rejected it.
I think they might have called a foul on him.
They did.
Well, that's two calls I don't agree with. So if that's all for the whole game, that'll be good for me.
All right. (17-15) Vineland on top. The first is no good by Cates. Checking in is Holmes, replacing Bennett. Cologne checks in, replacing Gill for Vineland. West back in for Hammonton, along with Lowe. Cates will get another, and he hits. 18-15.
We're going to trap. Just heard the call from Coach Russo.
Moriello left side for the three that is good. So they're starting to heat up from distance.
And they're getting open shots. They're throwing the ball out of that trap.
Diggs, free throw line. Diggs cuts in. All alone left side. Cologne for the jumper that is no good, but rebound is taken off by Diggs. Retreats to the left sideline. Now he'll let fly from deep. No good. And the rebound is secured by Cologne, but loses control and is run down by Lowe.
That was a crazy possession down there. Balls flying all over the place.
Moriello again for three. He was loose, but just couldn't connect, and the rebound taken off by Holmes. Ahead for Cates. Cates was looking for the three, but just could not find room. Cuts in, runner, no good. Rebound is taken off by Williams, and he's fouled. Williams with great position there, Harry.
Yeah, he had excellent position underneath and grabbed it. And the smart thing to do is go right back up, with it, which he did. Now, biggest thing is he's got to hit these foul shots.
But it doesn't look like they're actually giving the free throws to Williams. Instead, Holmes is going to be at the free throw line. Now, one's 33, one's 23.
Right.
So I guess we got a little mixed up there. First, no good. He will get one more. All tied at 18. 4:22 left till halftime. Second, no good. Rebound, Andaloro. Leaves it for Hill as he speeds to the forecourt left side. Loses control, able to recapture right-hand corner. Moriello for the jumper that is no good. But a whistle, that's going to cost him 3.
Yeah, actually, you don't want to foul a three-point shooter. You've heard that over and over. I mean, I know you want to get a little box out on him, but he just knocked him to the floor, and he's going to get 3 shots.
Moriello. Owen Moriello is a 5'9" senior. Now they just call a technical foul on Ryan Williams. So this could be a big-time play here. Not only are they going to get the 2 personals, Moriello for being fouled from three-point range, but they're also going to get technical foul shots and the basketball. Moriello hits the first. Second, no good, short.
And that was a 3rd foul on Holmes, too, Tony.
So things not going Vineland's way here in this second quarter. Moriello hits the third, and now he will shoot the technical. Hits the first. Very costly here.
Yeah,
Harry.
yeah,
Very
absolutely.
costly.
You got to keep your composure out there.
And hits again. So 4 points from the free throw line, and Hammonton has the football. Basketball, they now lead at 22-18. 4-point lead, their biggest lead, and they have the basketball. So that could really be a big factor in who wins this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, you have to keep your composure out there.
Moriello moves it across, operates right side. Puts on the floor with a step to the free throw line. Now the scoop is no good. Rebound, Andaloro for the follow. No good, but he was fouled on the play.
Yeah, just had that, spin on there, but he did get fouled, so we're going to put him at the line. Let's see who that foul is on. Well, I don't see a double. Okay, it's on 0. Okay.
That's Cologne.
Yeah, that's Cologne.
First is no good by Andaloro. He will get another. He's been a factor down low.
He's a beast down there.
Second is also no good, and the rebound is taken off by Bennett, who's checked back in for Vineland. Leaves it for Diggs to the forecourt, operates left side. Works off the pick from Bennett. Long-range jump is no good off the back of the rim, and the rebound is grabbed off by Hill. To the forecourt, snaps left sideline for Moriello. Down low to Andaloro. He loses control. Loose on the floor, taken by Bennett. And let's see what the call, the whistle is. Timeout
for Vineland.
Smart play there by Bennett.
The ball was rolling around there.
22-18. Hammonton on top. Well, Shoppy's is even better online. You may know their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but you can order whatever you need at Shoppy.com. Remember, you are not presenting the best trophy if it's not a Shoppy trophy. Phone 609-653-1684. Shoppy's since 1921, starting a new century. 3:40 left in this first half of play. Hammonton on top by 4, 22-18.
Yeah, the difference is the technical fouls, there, or it would still be tied up. Hammonton is doing a good job moving the ball, down here against that zone. They don't seem to be intimidated at all. And you got Aguilera there who's just cleaning up every miss, down there. And for Vineland, they just are content in throwing up those threes from outside there. And when they're connecting, they look great. When they're not, too quick of a shot.
Well, they started off the game having success from three, but lately not so. Gill with the inbound pass, moves it across, operates left side, leaves it for Diggs. They play the crisscross to Gill, head of the key.
Run a little weave out there.
Deep along the left-hand corner, the jumper is no good by Cates. The rebound is stolen by Williams outside Bennett, returns to Williams deep in the right-hand corner. The jumper is short. Rebound, though, again by Bennett. Bennett cuts in, no good, rejected, and the rebound comes off too low. Moves it across, left side, left-hand corner finds Hill. Cross-court pass from Moriello, that was dangerous, deep in the right-hand corner for West. To Moriello along the right sideline, puts on the floor, leaves it for West. West to the free throw line, sends outside for Lowe. His jumper is short. The rebound to Bennett. Outside as they break quickly, 2-on-1 down the lane. Scoops and hits for Cates.
You have to rotate back. Somebody on defense there.
Left side, it's Hill for the jump. That is no good. Outside, and DeLauro, he cuts in, and he was fouled on the play, and he will move to the free throw line for the three-point play.
Nice take there by Aldoro. No hesitation there. Got the ball, went straight to the basket, and was fouled by number 33.
Williams.
That's his second.
And DeLauro struggling from the free throw line, misses
I'll tell you,
again.
if he was hitting them there, they would have a maybe double-digit lead.
Double teamed is Cates, and Cates is fouled on the play.
That was a tough call there. It looked like, they had him trapped there and he was going to go into the back court, but he got bailed out there by number 2, Hill.
Hill will sit. Checking back in is Connie Temple. Inbounding is Diggs to Cates. Deals left sideline for Gill. Long-range jumper off the back of the rim. They've been trying them, but they haven't been hitting many of them of late.
Yeah, they're just firing them up from the outside.
Moriello across the timeline. He loses control. It's loose on the floor. Now we're going to have a tie-up. Diggs and Moriello.
Now it looks like Hammonton retains possession.
They do. Low to toss in. Moriello right side. Puts on the floor, snaps left side for Lowe. Deep in the left-hand corner for Temple. Outside for West to Temple. Long-range jumper is no good, and the rebound snared by Williams. To Cates. Right side as he moves it across. Cates, free throw line, now retreats for Diggs. Diggs, free throw line. Outside Williams, the jumper is no good. The rebound is taken off by Andoloro with position on Bennett.
Vineland's offense is just get down there and take a three.
Right sideline, it's Temple. Temple puts on the floor, looking for help, sends center court for Lowe. Moriello along the left sideline, spins away from Gill to the head of the key, continues the dribble. Back the other way, center court. Accelerates, nearly has it stolen by Diggs. Right sideline for Temple. And
forced them into travel over there.
Was blocked off by the official.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he was looking to penetrate on that when there was a gap in that defense there from Vineland, but did a little shuffle first.
Approaching a minute left in this first half. Right sideline, Gill. Down low, Williams backing his way. Cuts in and lays it home.
That's what they need to do. I don't think, Aldoro can cover Williams down there, but with that bulk, he should be able to get position every time.
Yeah, he gives up 4 inches, Harry, but he has such a big body that he just uses his strength and muscles his way in. The ball
he
knocked
just
out of
backs
bounds.
you right in there.
24-22, 50.9 seconds remaining. Andoloro outside for Lowe. Returns to Andoloro, head of the key. Bennett watches him. Deep in the left-hand corner, West for the side jumper. Way off. Rebounded by Williams. Ahead it goes for Diggs. Diggs cut off. Now cuts in. Outside looking to retrieve for, or I should say to send for Cates. It's stolen though by Lowe. He's down the lane for the scoop that is no good. and he'll move to the free throw line. So
Yeah, tough foul there because he really didn't have the right angle to make that layup there. So kind of bailed him out a little bit. But when you're running that fast, Tony, it's hard to make that kind of decision.
So here's Lowe. First is good. First points of the ball game. Checking back in are Roeder and Pabon, replacing West and Temple. Lowe's second is good. 26-22. Calling out for one shot. Trusso. Cates, right side. Watched by Moriello. Spins to his left. Deals left sideline to Diggs. Diggs puts on the floor. Watched by Roeder. Looking to direct traffic. Up high. Looking to work off the pick from Williams. Continues the dribble. Now the fadeaway is no good. Rebound is tapped out of bounds, though. Last touch by Andaloro. So with just one tick left, they'll have another opportunity, but I don't think he can get a shot off in 1 second.
Well,
at least that's what they tell you.
Right, that's what they tell you. Got to tap it in.
You can just redirect it to the basket, but you can't really get a shot off. But Williams does.
That was a long 1 second.
It was.
Very long 1 second.
So Hammonton at half leads it 26-22 over the homestanding Vineland Fighting Clan. Well, they're the Cumberland County Improvement Authority, your improvement authority, and they're investing in new, innovative facilities. For each dollar they invest, $4 more are returned to Cumberland County. To date, this strategy has created more than $400 million for the county. They also attract new businesses to the county and help those already here grow and create more jobs. You can also find out the latest developments in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic and what you can do to help on their website, which is ccia-net.com. They do it all to improve the lives of Cumberland County residents. The Cumberland County Improvement Authority, your improvement authority. And do you have all the insurance you need? Insuring those possessions that are important to you will give you peace of mind. Beyond the Insurance has been serving the community since 1973. Come in and visit their friendly staff at 525 East Elmer Street in Vineland. They can take care of all your insurance needs. It just takes a telephone call to put the knowledgeable agents at Beyond the Insurance to work for you. Whether it's coverage for your home, auto, business, or more. Phone George Castellini and the professionals at the Beyond the Insurance Agency, 856-696-0700. At the end of the day, you will be glad that you did. We're at halftime, 26-22. Hammonton on top of Vineland.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. They're relying too much on the three. You know, Vineland is down there. You know, Tony, they're just firing up. I think they should try to get the ball a little bit into Williams there because he's, he's very big underneath. He can back you in and get the shot there. And Aldarello, is playing him, but there's a big size difference as far as weight and stuff goes, and I think he can get inside. But all Vineland keeps to be doing is they keep coming down and chucking up those threes, and with Aldarello in there, he's getting every defensive rebound when they throw up those threes. So it's really not, working well for them, the threes. But as you said before, that's part of their offense, and the coach tells them, look, we can hit those threes, and we're going to do them. As far as Hammonton goes, they're doing a great job, down here of passing the ball down and getting open shots there. And they forced Vineland to come out of that trap because every time they trapped, they would hit the open man, and they did a good job with Aldarello going from the high post down to the low post and getting some shots there. And Murillo can hit from the outside. Hill can hit from the outside. So the ball moon is getting them a lot better shots than, they're getting down on the Vineland end there. And they're also doing a good job rebounding here, which Vineland is not getting as many defensive rebounds as they usually do.
Well, the other thing, too, is when you look at this first half, they've missed a lot of open shots. Hammonton has. I mean,
Yes.
Vineland is not hitting from the outside, that's true, but Hammonton, right in front of us on this end of the court, has had some excellent shots where the players were wide open for those jumpers, have just not been hitting. And of course, had they been hitting, it would have been a lot further of deficit for Vineland. But they're just behind by 4, 26 to 22. Going to be interesting to see what they're going to do coming out here in the second half of play.
And Adorero, if he was a little bit better at the foul line, because he's missed about 4 or 5 shots, from the foul line there, and they'll be able to get the ball inside to him, and he's getting fouled. So right now, the difference in the game is those 4 shots.
Now we can't say that all 4 shots were coming off the technical.
Right.
Only 2.
Right,
so
only 2.
They would have been trailing by 2 anyway, but still, that was a bad sequence for Vineland.
Yeah.
Fouling, then picking up the technical foul, and then, of course, Hammonton got the ball back as well. So 4 free throws that were hit by Hammonton, and they lead at 26 to 22.
Well, like we said before on the opening, Tony, we thought we'd have a competitive game here, and we do have a competitive game. And just going to see how the adjustments go. I don't know what Vineland's going to do because they're just so much in love with that 3-point shot. I would just like to see them work the ball down a little bit, to Williams there, because he is just a big load underneath, and I think he can help you a little bit. But like I said, they're in love with that 3, and they're not going to stop shooting it, I don't think.
Taking a look at the conferences in the Cape Atlantic League in the East Conference, Ocean City now is tied with Atlantic City. 4-1 overall. They beat the Vikings last night. A very impressive game by Ocean City.
Yeah, absolutely. They had, what's the big guy's name? Finnegan. I'll tell you, he came in that second half after sitting out the first most of the first half in foul trouble, and he just dominated, underneath there and pulled them out. And Atlantic City just, didn't have an answer.
Wildwood Catholic in third place at 3-2 in the North Conference. Team you're familiar with, the school you're familiar with, Egg Harbor Township 4-0. I mean, they had that exciting run in the state tournament last year, Harry, and they seem to have picked up where they left off. They're 4-0. Holy Spirit.
And they also picked up a player that usually runs winter track. They've been trying to get to play basketball, who has actually just added another, really good player to their team.
Holy Spirit 3-2, as I mentioned. Cedar Creek 2-2. Atlantic Tech is 2-2. And in the West Conference, St. Joe's on top 4-0. Hammonton 3-1. The Prep 3-1. Vineland comes in at 2-2, but 1-2 in the conference. And we can take a look at the Prime Events Online 25. St. Joseph Hammonton ranked number 3. Camden on top at 3-0. They have an incredible team.
Yeah, they're not going to be replaced anytime soon.
No. Also, St. Augustine 3-1, ranked number 8. Ocean City number 12. Atlantic City 14, and Wildwood Catholic is 17th at 3-2. But I think that's going to change a lot because some of these teams like Wildwood Catholic are getting some of their injured players back. And
I got a big game this week. I think Holy Spirit plays EHT. Holy Spirit's 3-1 in the conference, and with the only loss to EHT, and that was an overtime game, Tony. So that contest coming up between EHT and Holy Spirit should be a good one.
No question about it. It's interesting to see how these conferences have been rearranged. Of course, you're not playing for what you're usually playing for, that being
top 8 teams, in the Cape Atlantic tournament, which is not going to be held. It's a shame that they can't, just run that anyway. But, because we can actually probably pick who would be in it, right now off of this list. But, a team like EHC, who really had a great finish last year and off to a great start, has probably one of their best teams that they've had in a while, and they're not going to be able to showcase it.
Going to be interesting to see is Hammonton already warming up and Vineland just making their reappearance back on the court. Sure that Coach Russo had some things to say at halftime to try to get this thing turned around. But to see what they will do in the second half, I'm sure he would like to see them, as you mentioned, work the ball inside a little bit more rather than just jacking up those threes. And of course, as far as Hammonton is concerned, I'm sure that Coach Martino has to be pleased, I should say, because as we mentioned, Andaloro has played well, but they've had a lot of open threes that they just have not been able to connect on. If they hit those, would have been a different story. They would have been ahead by maybe 10.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I say, he's very pleased with the ball movement, around there. The trapping defense that Vineland loves to play has not been a factor in this game because Hammonton is just really doing a great job of not putting the ball on the floor, not trying to drive against it, but they're really working it around. And it's like you said, Tony, they're getting a lot of open looks. If they can, start nailing some of those open looks, it could be a different outcome here, and it could be a long night for Vineland. But we'll see what happens, because as you and I know, Vineland can shoot those threes. They open it up. Never can tell what's going to happen. So I'm looking forward to a good half here.
Taking a look at the scoring at halftime, Andaloro with 7 points. Moriello with 10 to lead the scoring for the Blue Devils. Vineland is led by Antonio Gill with 7 points. Cates with 6. Diggs with 5 points.
Well, ready to go here. I think Vineland gets the ball coming out, if I'm correct.
Vineland will start Williams, Diggs, Cates, Gill, and Bennett. So I think that Coach Russo wants to get a little bit more beef underneath, or because Andaloro has been so good.
Absolutely. He's got some big boys in there.
Ryan Williams to toss in from the near sideline.
Here we go.
Comes into Diggs. Moving it across center court. Sends left side for Gill. Looks down low for Williams. Can't find him. They swing it right sideline for Diggs. Center court for Gill. Left side for Cates. Cates backing his way against Moriello. Leaves it on the crisscross for Gill. Gill to the left side. Down low for Williams. Cuts in. It's rejected by Andaloro and taken off by Lowe.
Didn't use his body on that to shield against that block. Got to use his body there because he'll get fouled.
Moriello center court. One hops left side for Hill. Down low for Lowe. He's double teamed. Loses control and it's picked up by Williams. Too much traffic. Here's Williams. Williams cuts in and a blocking foul is called on Andaloro. He ran into him, but they called it a block on Andaloro.
I'm going to remain silent on that call.
Well, you've got your quota of disagreements, so you can't do any more.
That's it.
It's just like throwing the red flag in football. You
I
only
know,
get so
you
many
got
of
it.
them. Non-shooting affair. Tossing in is Diggs. Comes to Williams outside for Gill. Diggs in the left-hand corner. Watched by Hill. Puts on the floor along the left sideline. Works off the pick from Williams. Outside for Gill. Returns to Diggs. Again, the long-range jumper this time. He connects from distance.
Well, that's what they need out of him.
26-25. Vineland closes to within one, and the pass is poked away and taken by Bennett. Bennett up court for Cates. He's down the lane for the scoop that is no good. Jumped over Low, but just couldn't make it. Here's Hill. Hill to the forecourt. Hill sends left-hand corner for West. West drives the baseline. It's poked away and out of bounds, but last touched by Vineland.
Vineland's come out with some fire here, Tony. Turned up the defense a little bit.
Low to toss in. Looking, continues to look to Andaloro. Easy jumper. Left side of the lane, about an 8-footer.
Yeah, they just gave it to him there on that. No defense at all.
Right sideline, Cates to the baseline. Running one-hander is no good. Williams with a rebound, cuts in again, the rejection, but Bennett able to rescue, loses control, gets it again underneath Williams. No good. Tip, no good. Rebound is taken by Williams. He took it away from Lowe. Left baseline, Bennett. Outside for Williams for the three. That is short. And the rebound again taken by Bennett. No good. Tapped up, no good. What'd they get? 5 shots and
They
didn't
got
come away with anything.
Six shots there and couldn't put it down.
Moriello up high for Angeloro. Spins away for the scoop that is banked home. Defense going for the steal.
Yeah, going for the steal and missed it.
Bennett gets the feed, loses control, but then pushes the defender looking to get it back.
Yeah, not the greatest foul there.
30-25, Hammonton on top. Inbound
Picking
pass
up full court now, Hammonton.
to Moriello. Left side, he loses. Able to rescue, but it's picked up by Williams, but then stolen by Moriello. Outside to Moriello, watched by Williams, center court. Hill, straightaway jump. No good. There's one of those threes we're talking about. Wide open, but just couldn't drain it. Williams moves it across. Right sideline, Diggs. He lets fly from deep and
Whoa.
hits, and I mean deep.
That's one of those parking lot shots. That's what they needed.
30-28. Left sideline, Hill. Cross-court pass for Lowe. Lowe, outside, poked away, deflected to the backcourt, and it's out of bounds, last touched.
Yeah,
Vineland.
Vineland touched it. That's why he let it go out of bounds. Tell you, that full court pressure unnerved Hammonton a little bit.
Moriello veers to his left as he moves it to the forecourt. Continues the dribble. Up high it goes to Angeloro for the jumper that is no good. Rebound tapped through a left. The short jumper is good by West.
All right, got a sub. I was wondering what was happening there.
Checking in is Carter. Keeman Carter. Sitting down is Bennett for Vineland. 32-28. Diggs crosses the timeline, operates right side. Crosses hands on the dribble to Carter. Outside sends for Gill. Gill off the pick from Williams. Straightaway jumper is good.
Nice shot by Gill there.
Yeah. Took really advantage of that pick up high. Moriello moves it across. Watched by Gill. Center court to Hill, but returns to Moriello, and he's called for steps.
Yeah, he's called for steps on that one there. Got a timeout here by Hammonton. Got to regroup a little bit, Tony.
32-30. They lead it by 2. You can stay connected with Newfield National Bank by using one of their many remote electronic banking services, including mobile banking with check deposit, bill pay, and e-statements, along with bank by phone and a network of ATMs. Go to newfieldnationalbank.bank for more information or call 800-690-3440, extension 8801. Newfield National Bank is always there for you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Finally, it's picking up full court here, turning up the pressure a little bit on Hammonton, and it was good timeout by the Hammonton coach. You want to get him over there and regroup a little bit, show him exactly what they're coming out with in their full court press and how to break it.
32-30, 4:14 left in the third.
And I think what Vineland's trying to do is they're trying to speed up this game a little bit, all right, and use their speed to force Hammonton into making some mistakes.
They also have been able to connect on a couple of threes, Vineland that is.
That doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt at all, Tony. All that does is give them some confidence, too.
Williams tosses into Diggs. Center court, works off the pick from Williams. Left-hand corner to Gill. Center court snaps for Williams. Williams puts on the floor. Leaves it for Cates. Cates, long-range three. Is off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound to Lowe. Deals for Hill. Operates right side, returns to Moriello. Center court. Puts on the floor, sends right sideline. Can't see. That's West. Your visual was in the way. Sorry about that. Here's low center court. Swings it to West, right side. Long range jumper again. Way off. Rebound comes down to Cates.
Yeah, they're
Cates
settling for shots right now.
Cates gallops to the forecourt. Running one-hander is no good, but here's Carter with a rebound. Outside sends for Diggs. For three, no good. Rebound is taken off by Gill. Gill protects the ball from trouble. Now sends outside for Cates. Leaves it for Gill, right side of the circle. Gill double team. Outside for Williams. The jumper is no good, and the rebound comes down to Carter, but he was fouled on the play. They say keep it here.
Yeah, nice box out, but a little bit too aggressive there. The official, caught it right there. It's his third foul on Hill.
Inbound pass to Cates, center court. Sends right side for Gill. Deep in the right-hand corner, here's Diggs. The pull-up off the dribble. No good. Rebound to Hill. Hill gives off to Moriello. To the forecourt. He has a loose jumper, but it's no good, and the rebound comes off to Carter. Carter ahead for Williams. Williams to the forecourt. Williams cuts down the lane for the scoop. It is no good. Rebound back tapped and taken off by Hill.
Williams used his body there, give him a little shove with that shoulder.
Here's Low right side. Deep in the right-hand corner, Moriello has the notion, does not shoot. Down to the baseline for Low, no good, and the rebound taken off by Vineland. Here's Williams. Williams in a foot race. The scoop is no good, and the rebound again for Hill. Hill has it poked away, but foul going to be called on Diggs.
Yeah, too much aggression there by Williams on that, driving down the court, throwing up some shots there. I mean, I knew that they like to play, running and, getting the shot there, but it's a little bit too much for Williams. Missed about 3 of them already in this quarter.
Moriello operates right side. Sends left side for Low. To West along the left sideline. Puts on the floor, loses control to Carter. Up court to Diggs. Diggs, check that. To the baseline for the side jump, and it's good. Diggs.
That's a good shot, referencing. Nice pull-up jumper, short range. Use the dribble to back the defender up.
Moriello up high it goes for West. West with a step down the lane for the scoop. That is good.
That was a nice cut for him from the corner there. Nice cut right to the top of the key.
34-32. Hammonton continues to lead it. Gill circling to his left. Continues the dribble. Now the long-range jump is no good, and the rebound for Angeloro. To West. Leaves it for Moriello. To the forecourt. Operates right side. Up high Angeloro. Returns to Moriello center court. Approaching 1 minute left in the third. Continues the dribble, right sideline. He finds Pabon, who's checked in the ball game. Left-hand corner, Moriello, the jumper. That is no good, and the rebound is taken off by Cates, pulling it away from Angeloro. Cates starts out. Cates to the forecourt. Cates to the head of the key. Cates pulls up. The jumper is no good. It was the Cates show right there, but didn't come away with anything.
A rebound right down, took a shot.
Deep in the left-hand corner is Cates. Outside. Sends for Low. Cross-court pass for Moriello. Watched tightly by Diggs. Leaves it for Pabon. Down the lane for Moriello. The scoop is good.
That's the old give and go play. Yep. Throw in the corner, cut right straight down, give and go.
36-32. They'll play for one. Vineland on the short end. Diggs. Outside. Watched by West. Continues the dribble. 11 seconds left. Now the scoop is no good, or it is good, as he pulled the ball back down and then scooped it from his knees. It went in, and he was fouled on the play. So
I'm glad you saw that, Tony, because the referee blocked me out on that one. Blocked me out.
It was tough to see, but I'm just putting the first part and the second part together, and that's what it looked like from here.
I'll tell you, I mean, he was determined on that.
Diggs with 15. The free throw is no good. Here's Moriello to the forecourt. Moriello cut off. Moriello has it stolen by Gill with 1 second left. Will he get it off? He does, but it will not count. as he just couldn't convert.
Yeah, just a bad angle down there that he took, going in for that layup. I mean, he was rushed because he wanted to get it in, before the buzzer went off. But nice try, but no cigar. Well, we had a 4-point, now we got a 2-point game.
Vineland outscoring Hammonton in that third 12-10 to close to within 2. Yeah, the Cumberland County Improvement Authority, your improvement authority, they're investing in new innovative facilities. For each dollar they invest, 4 more dollars are returned to the Cumberland County. To date, the strategy has created more than $400 million for the county. They also attract new business to the county and help those already here to grow and create more jobs. You can find out the latest developments in the fight against COVID-19 pandemic and what you can do to help on their website, ccia-net.com. They do it all to improve the lives of Cumberland County residents. The Cumberland County Improvement Authority, your improvement authority. 36-34 as we enter the fourth quarter. Hammonton on top of Vineland.
Well, Hammonton, even though they only gave up, 2 more points than Vineland did, they're fortunate on that because Vineland was really coming down and making some progress there.
Roeder with the inbound pass, and Roeder
backcourt
has the return pass from Pabon go into the backcourt, and that'll be a turnover, and Vineland with the basketball. Carter tosses in for Diggs. Watched by Temple, who's come on for Hammonton. Down low, Ryan Williams, and he's poked from behind by Pabon. And if they're going to put Pabon on Ryan Williams, it's going to be a long quarter.
It's definitely a big mismatch there. You're giving up probably about 6-8 inches and some pounds. That Adoro is coming back into the game here.
He's 5'9", is Pabon, and nowhere near doesn't have the weight. Up high goes for Cates. Cates has it taken away, but runs it down, but then stolen again. Here's Temple. Temple speeds to the forecourt, right side for Moriello. Up high for Angeloro. He has it poked away. Here's Williams as they break 3-on-2. Williams has it knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Hammonton, coming from behind Temple to catch him and knock it away. That was a good play there by Temple as he prevented what could have been an easy 2.
Yeah, and Williams is not the one I want handling the ball on the break, though.
Center court, Carter swings it left-hand corner. Here's Diggs for the side jump. It is no good. Rebound is taken off, though, by Gill for Williams along the right sideline. Spinning, leaves it for Carter along the right sideline. Outside sends for Diggs. Works off the pick for Carter to Gill along the left sideline. Gill sends left-hand corner for Williams. Puts on the floor. Williams crossed the lane. Sends outside for Diggs. Going to reset the offense here as he plays against Roeder. Circling to his left. To the free throw line. For the pull-up that is no good. And the rebound is taken off by Angeloro.
A lot of dribbling there, against that. Not any real good screen set either.
Moriello up high and intending for Angeloro. Yep. He's run into by Williams, and he's going to pick it up.
And that had to hurt a little bit. That had to hurt a little bit.
Non-shooting affair, so it'll be Hammonton to toss in underneath their own basket. Roeder to trigger. Right-hand corner for Hill. He's loose for 3. No good, and a whistle on the play.
And it looks like we're going to get a foul there on Williams, who ran into him after he's probably going to get 3.
Second time we've seen that in this game.
I mean, it's one thing to box out a little bit, but you're running right into it. And I think the big man has trouble stopping, Tony.
First is good.
And that's his 4th. That's a big loss if you take him out of the game rebounding-wise.
Second is good. And he gets 1 more.
Yeah, Williams has got to be careful now, in there with 4 fouls, Tony.
And he hits the 3rd as it bounces around and drops through. Getting set to report in is Bennett. He'll take Williams' place. 39-34, 5-point advantage for Hammonton. 6:35 left in the ball game. Center court, Gill. Sends left sideline for Carter. Carter cross court for Diggs. Diggs puts on the floor underneath, looking for Carter with a cut, but it's poked away and out of bounds. Last touch by Hammonton.
Carter, kind of pointed at Diggs like, sorry, man, I should have had that. And he should have, too, because he was wide open under there. Would have been a nice assist there for Diggs.
Diggs looking to toss in. Comes for Carter. The floater is no good, and the rebound with great position by Hill.
Hill's doing a good job underneath those boards, too, Tony.
He is. Up high, Andaloro. Andaloro sends deep along the left sideline for Moriello for the three-pointer that is no good. Out of bounds, last touch by Hammonton.
And that's...
Checking back in is Cates, replacing Carter for Vineland.
All right, got to turn up this defense down here.
Here's Diggs to the forecourt right side. Diggs, pull up. Yes.
There you go. He takes that one, just hops and stops and pops.
You don't need threes. You just need
Nope.
twos to get back in this ball game. Right sideline, Hill. Center court, Moriello. Had a notion, does not shoot. One hops right side. Hill, he's free for three, and he hits.
Wow, that's a big shot there for Hill. They're playing that. Go ahead, Tony.
Well, it's timeout on the court. 5:39 remaining. 42-36. Hammonton on top. Well, do you have all the insurance you need? Insuring those possessions that are important to you will give you peace of mind. Beyond the Insurance has been serving the community since 1973. Come in and visit their friendly staff at 525 East Elmer Street in Vineland. They can take care of all your insurance needs. It just takes a telephone call to put you in touch with the knowledgeable agents at Beyond the Insurance who will work for you. Whether it's coverage for your home, auto, business, or more, phone George Castellini and the professionals at Beyond the Insurance Agency. 856-696-0700. At the end of the day, you will be glad you did.
Well, let's see here, how Hammonton answers, here right now. Got to get somebody on Diggs because he's just taking that one hesitation dribble and pulling up. Got to be able to pass him off on the screen so he doesn't get that open look.
Well, he's one of a few on Vineland that can create their own shot. Here takes a jumper from downtown and short, and the rebound comes off to Moriello. Leaves it for Lowe with a step, right sideline for Hill, circling to his left.
Vineland switched the man. Let's see how this goes there.
Center court, Lowe throws right sideline for Hill, played by Holmes, who's checked in. Now to the baseline.
They're going to get a foul there.
Andaloro.
Vineland, as we know, Tony, is not comfortable in playing man. So we'll see how this works out for them, but they don't have much of a choice.
Well, they're trying to mix it up a little bit, so let's see if this can pay dividends for them. Inbounding to Andaloro. Leaves it for Moriello. Loses control, but then able to rescue. Played tightly by Diggs. Through traffic and now loses control. Too much dribbling there.
Yeah, way too much dribbling there.
Here's Gill. Gill to the head of the key. Gill continues the dribble to the left side. Outside for Bennett. Down the lane for Holmes, and he drops it home with the left hand. Getting there a little too late was Andaloro.
Nice assist there. Now they're going to pick up a little bit full court there in this man. See if they can make them hurry up their offense there.
Center court, Moriello nearly walked against Diggs. Cut off by Holmes. Outside for Hill. Hill for three. No good.
And he
again,
gets fouled.
You just can't have that.
Yeah, that's the third time that they've fouled the three-point shooter. You can't, play defense on them. Get your hand up, all right, and that's it. Then turn around and block him out. But, don't leave your feet.
Harry, as they say, the odds of you blocking a shot from someone shooting a three far out like that, very, very, very small. You just don't have much of a chance of blocking the shot. The first is good. Second, also good. Hill's been...
He's been money.
44-38.
Well, we're going to put Williams back in the game with his 4 fouls, but you know what? You're down by 6. You need to put him back in.
Hill gets one more, and he hits all 3, so he's been fouled twice from 3. He's made all 6. Here's Williams. Williams drives the baseline, and he is fouled by Andaloro.
Yeah, that was just a reach there. He had to step on him, and he was going right in.
Well, the difference with Williams versus Bennett is Williams just gives you more offense.
Yes, absolutely. And for his size, he's pretty quick.
Williams, center court for Diggs. Sends right side for Cates, outside for Gill. The long-range 3 is good.
They need to hit a couple of them.
45-41 now, 3:55 remaining. Hill, watched by Holmes as he moves it across. Works off the pick from Andaloro, continues the dribble. Outside for Lowe. Lowe to the right side of the circle, continues the dribble, sends for Temple left side. Temple has room for long-range jumper that is no good. The
Not
rebound
a good shot.
is taken off by Diggs. Diggs sprints to the forecourt. Diggs underneath to Ryan Williams, and he drops it home.
Beautiful pass there by Diggs to Holmes. Holmes was just waiting there for that one.
Great look. Center court, Moriello. Leaves it for Lowe. Lowe, right side for Hill, circles to his left. To Temple, to the free throw line. Looks to work off the pick, but it's picked off by Gill. Gill in a foot race. The scoop is no good, but he was fouled on the play by Temple.
Yeah, and Temple's looking, but he got him. Got him with the body. Doesn't matter. You don't have to get him with the hand. Got him with the body. And put him on the line. This could tie it up right here, Tony.
So thus far, Harry, the man-to-man is paying dividends.
Well, they're not running what they did before. You know, Hammonton against the man, they're like a little bit confused out there. Instead of setting the screens and getting an open look, they're just trying to dribble against it. And with the speed and athleticism that Vineland has, that's a recipe for disaster.
Gill hits the first. Sitting down will be, let's see, did they make any substitutions? I guess they didn't. It's just a conversation with coach. Gill with a second. Good.
All tied up here, Tony.
3:04 left. Inbound pass is stolen by Diggs. Right baseline outside for Gill with a pump fake. And the jump is good from downtown.
Right off the steal there.
Inbound pass to Lowe. Lowe, right-hand corner, Andaloro returns to Lowe down the lane for the scoop. That is good, and he was fouled on the play.
The oldest play in the book. Give and go. Throw it to the corner, cut straight down that angle to the basket, and get it back.
So if he hits it here, we'll be tied at 48. 48-47, Vineland with 2:46 left in this ball game. Free throw is good, and we are tied. Maybe I should say tied at 48 and 2:46 left in regulation. Long range jumper off the back iron is no good. Rebound Andaloro. Leaves it for Moriello. Left side moves it across, and he has it stolen by Diggs. Diggs cross court to Gill for the scoop. It is good. Great look again by Diggs. They broke it 2-on-1, and Gill dropped it in. Low right side. Watched by Gill. Accelerates. Now retreats. Leaves it for Hill. He's double teamed. Up high it goes for Andaloro, and he's able to drive and hit. And he was fouled on the play.
Both of these teams are really showing some good, decision making at this point in the game here. Nice passes off to each other.
They double teamed.
Right, double teamed, and he threw out of the double team to Aguilera, and he went right in and got fouled too.
No good, and he's had his issues on the line. So we're still tied at 50. 2 minutes left in the ball game. Ryan Williams, left side, played by Andaloro. To the baseline with a step, with a scoop that is no good, but he was fouled on the play. So he's using, you look at him and you say, well, he he doesn't have that much quickness. That's absolutely not true.
Right. No, he is quick, off that.
Gives away about 4 inches to Andaloro, but just got the step and was able to
Angeloro
scoop.
was like trying to reach around him a little bit with the hands, and he kind of caught him flat-footed, and Williams just turned on the jets.
So Williams at the free throw line. Andaloro is going to the bench. Based on what I'm seeing, it's third personal with 1:53 left in the game. Don't quite understand why he'd send him to the bench, but it's not my call.
No, I'm totally confused. Even the players on the court, looked at that like, what's going on?
Roeder checks in, replacing him. Roeder is a 5'8" junior. Williams hits the first. Williams will get one more. Second is short. The rebound is loose and picked up by Williams. Loses his balance, but able to capture. Now steadies himself, looking for help outside for Diggs. And timeout called by Vineland. 1:44 left in this ball game. Vineland on top, 51-50. Well, you can stay connected with Newfield National Bank by using one of their many remote electronic banking services, including mobile banking with check deposit, bill pay, and e-statements, along with bank by phone and a network of ATMs. Go to Newfield National Bank. .bank for more information or call 800-690-3440, extension 8801. Newfield National Bank is always there for you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. 51-50, Vineland on top. They have not been on top for quite some time, but this is when it counts, and they seem to be at this point, Harry, a little more aggressive.
Yeah, and I'm just, I'm kind of confused. Like, Aldoro got taken out of the game there. I'm not sure. He's a little frustrated because he did foul, Williams on that, but they need his height in there.
And he only has 3 fouls, and there's 1:44 left in the game, so.
Yeah, and they've just been aggressive. They got away with some steals where they were reaching around, but with the dribbling that Hammonton has been doing, they've been able to get some turnovers. And it wasn't like that before. They were passing the ball around a lot better, but Vineland's turned it up in the man, and this is the first time we've seen man really work for them. The other couple times it didn't work so well.
Holmes will toss in.
And the one thing we know about Vineland, if they're going to try to kill the clock, it's going to be hard for them because they want to shoot the ball.
Well, I think if they are going to try to kill the clock, it's going to be this guy.
Yep.
Amir Diggs, 5'9" junior. Right now, just with a stationary dribble right side.
Yeah, he's telling everybody, just back away from me. If he's not going to play me, I'll just sit there and dribble it out.
To Williams' right sideline. Williams looking, puts on the floor, but he's going to just leave it for Cates. Cates one hops right-hand corner to Holmes. Underneath to Williams. Scoops and he hits, and that was a great-looking play for Vineland.
That was a little bit of their own mess. A give and go there to Williams.
Approaching 1 minute left in the ball game. Center court, Low. Continues the dribble, sends left side for Moriello. Up high, goes for Hill. Hill drives for the scoop that is no good, and Williams with a rebound. Under a minute. Williams to the forecourt, and a whistle and timeout. I think that Coach Russo wanted to make sure that they weren't going to jack it up there quickly.
Absolutely. With a 3-point lead and 55 seconds to go, a good timeout by Coach Russo to settle them down. They don't need a shot here. And the next foul is a one-on-one situation, for them. So you want the ball in somebody's hands who can really knock down. And you've got either Gill or you got Diggs to get fouled, and they're going to be going to the line with a lot of confidence.
Well, that's so important at this point, Harry. They're up by 3. If they can hit one of the 1-and-1, the first one, that puts them up by 4. Totally different situation than 3. That's pretty much a 2-possession game. Inbounding will be Holmes right in front of our broadcast location. Comes to Diggs. He's going to be double teamed. Obviously, they want to get the ball out of his hands. Center court for Gill. Gill puts on the floor. Gill double teamed, and he's fouled by Moriello. Got to shake hands after the foul.
Yeah. Hey, good sportsmanship there.
Yeah.
Nice foul. I like that.
But this is the guy you do want on the line.
Yes. And he can basically close it out.
45 seconds remaining. Gill with the 1 and the 1. First, good.
Like I said, you want him on the line, Tony.
He will get another. They lead it now 54-50. Second, good. 21 for Gill.
And you don't want to foul.
Cross-court pass from Moriello has it poked away from behind and out of bounds. Last touch by Vineland with 40 seconds remaining.
And if you're Vineland, you don't want to foul. You don't want to put him on the line with no ticks going off on the clock. All right?
Timeout called by Hammonton, Coach Martino.
Yeah, still trying to figure out why Alderweirald's out of the game, though, Tony. I don't know absolutely why, but that's a big rebounder there, and also somebody that can, make you a basket in this time because he's been free half of the night.
Oh, the other thing, too, is he's a threat from down low. So if you've got to concern yourself with him down low, the likelihood is it's going to open up some three-point shots here. But don't know. It's a mystery.
Yep. It's confusing to me.
Both coaches talking to their teams. It's 40 seconds is the situation with Vineland up 55-50.
All right, and you want the ball either in Diggs or, Gill's hands. And right about now, you really don't care whose hands it in. So you got a 5-point lead, put somebody on the line and see what you can do, especially with their big man out there rebounding-wise. They're all out of the game.
Vineland back on the court. And here comes Hammonton. Inbounding will be Low underneath his own basket. Looking, continues to look. Still looking. Left-hand corner, it goes from Moriello on a whistle. Ball knocked out of bounds. I was waiting to see if they were calling.
I wasn't sure if there was a foul there or not.
I'm with you on that one. Inbounding again. Hammonton underneath to Roeder, cuts in, no good, but he was fouled on the play with 37.3 seconds left.
Boy, that would have been great for Hammonton if he had made that and gone to the foul line to shoot one.
But it was a good inbound play.
It was a great inbound play. Mm-hmm. All right. He just cut off a screen from the right, and there was no switch made by Vineland on that.
Roeder, no good on the first.
Yeah, there was no switch made on the screen, so he was wide open.
He'll get one more. Let's see if Hammonton is going to go with the immediate foul after this second shot. Second is good. Inbound pass to Gill. Gill up court for Holmes. Right sideline, and Holmes is fouled.
Yeah, that was a lot better than fouling Gill in the backcourt. I don't know what Holmes is like on the foul line, but you certainly don't want to put Gill or Diggs on there.
And they certainly wanted to get it out of their hands and
Absolutely.
Have somebody else be at the free throw line. So here's Holmes, Julius Holmes, a 6-foot senior. First is good.
There you go. That's a big one there. Could put the icing right on the cake.
He will get one more.
First one was the big one.
Second, no good off the back of the rim, but the rebound comes down to Cates. Cates outside, but it's intercepted by Lowe. Lowe, left side for West. West on the drive, has it poked away. Here's Diggs spinning, and he's fouled in the backcourt, and that could do it.
Yeah, that'll probably do it right there. Williams got a smile on his face coming down here.
Really, it's been Diggs and Gill who have carried the scoring here.
Oh, absolutely. They're filling it up.
Diggs with the 1 and the 1. First is good.
That about clinches it right there for them. Unless you got a miracle finish by Hammonton.
57-51. The second is also good. And they can just let him score if they want to
Yeah.
right here. No good on the scoop by Lowe. Rebound tapped out of bounds. Last touched by Vineland with 12 seconds exactly left in the ball game. Inbounding Lowe. Comes for Hill. Let's fly from downtown. No good. Rebound Williams. He's just going to hold the basketball, and he's grabbed in the backcourt by Lowe with 4.8 seconds remaining.
That's about it, though. That's about it. I'll tell you, a good game by Hammonton, but Vineland just put on that pressure in that man defense, and it was funny because Hammonton handled their defense until they went to the man for the whole game, and they just picked their pockets. Not that they played great man as far as helping after the ball screen or anything like that, but their guards just poked it away about 4 or 5 times.
Williams hits the first, and there were some also great assists in the second half by Vineland, looking for the cutter down low. Second is short. Rebound to Roeder, to Lowe. Let's fly from half court. That's going to do it.
That's going to do it.
So Vineland comes back to win this one 59-51. They trailed at 36-34 at halftime, and they were able to put on great come from behind victory here, and this is a big one for them, I think, because they played a quality team.
Yeah, they played a quality team, and for most of the game, they were right there with them or behind. And I'll tell you what, they played man defense, and they got about 4 or 5 steals. You got to give the credit to the 2 smallest guys on the court, Diggs and Gill. They just made, steals off of Vineland at the end of the game, almost at will there. And then when they came down, they made, key shots at the end. Without those 2 little guys, Vineland doesn't get a W here. But I'll tell you what, they filled it up in the fourth quarter, and they played really good defense.
Well, both Gill and also Diggs have the ability to create shots. It's not just, okay, let's work the offense and get somebody free for 3 or find somebody down low off a screen, whatever the case. They can create their own shots. So when you need someone in a tight situation where you need a bucket, they were able to do that. They hit some threes in the second half. They did that better. But then I also think that they ran the offense, but they hit some of those cutters down low, some great assists, and that really pushed them to the victory. And they just come away with a hard-fought game against Hammonton, 59-51. They win it, so they improved to 3-2, and Hammonton falls to 3-2.
Well, like I said, give Vineland credit because they could have very well lost this game, but their guards just, propelled them to victory there. And they were missing a couple key players, which makes it even, better.
You can see one of them on the sideline, Ja'Cory Williams, with crutches. He has a sprained ankle, so he's probably going to be out a week or longer with the sprained ankle. But
looks like he's got a boot there, too. Looks like he's in a boot, also. So, without 2 key players, their guard, came through, Tony, and they did it at the end. Like I said, Hammonton, their guards didn't handle the ball at the end. They got their pockets picked about 4 or 5 times, out there. And that wasn't the case in the, first 3 quarters.
And they also, when we looked at that first half especially, they had some open looks, and they just were not able to really convert a high percentage of their 3-point attempts. And if they did that, it might have been a different story, but you can't go by the ifs.
Ands or buts. You got it.
Taking a look at the leading scorers, John Andaloro finished with 13 points, Moriello with 12, and Jerron Hill with 12. 6 of those, Harry, came on getting fouled twice from 3-point range.
That's it.
He has 12 points, but for Vineland, the victorious Fighting Clan, Ymir Diggs with 19, and Antonio Gill with 21 led the scoring for Vineland, and they came back. They won this game after losing 2 straight to St. Joe's and then St. Augustine. They next play on Thursday against Millville on the road, and then don't forget next Saturday, 11:30 tip-off. We'll be back on the air as they take on Bridgeton.
Those two guards, that's 80% of their points. I tell you, you can't say enough about them. They just they filled it up.
So once again, the final score here from Vineland. Fighting Clan winning it 59-51. I'd like to thank Doug Diola on camera for the live stream, and Efren Muniz, our producer back at WMVB. Thank you very much, both of you, for doing a great job. Once again, the final score is 59-51. Vineland wins it. The Cumberland County Improvement Authority Game of the Week is a joint production of Quinn Broadcasting and Prime Events on La Brava, WMVB 1440 AM and 96.1 FM. For Harry Sachs, this is Tony Blum. So long for now.